guys, welcome back to another episode of the Bedtime Chronicles Before Boaz. It's your girl Kayla Iman, and I wanted to come to you guys with another video just basically getting in your word and how to get in your word and understanding your word and the importance of getting in your word. In this walk, as far as being a Christian, choosing purity, choosing mental purity, sexual purity, emotional purity, and physical purity is, like I said in the first video, it is not difficult. It's simply a choice. So once you wholeheartedly decide and make that decision and take that step and that choice, make that choice that this is what I want to do, I'm not going to compromise, and I'm not going to allow anyone to make me compromise, because you know what God has called you to. Then and only then is when you will truly begin to see the goodness, and you will truly begin to see the reward of obeying God. So in a world where it's okay to disobey and it's okay to make your own rules, it's going to seem like you're the outcast. It's going to seem like you're weird. You're a different kind of different. You're just something strange, something abnormal. But don't allow the enemy to tell you things like that and to come and whisper those negative things into your ear. You have to understand that God sees you, He loves you, He understands everything that you're going through, and you will be rewarded for your faithfulness. So keep the faith, stay strong, don't give up, continue to persevere, continue to stand for what's right, continue saying no, continue living a bold life, continue living your life right, and the Lord will reward you. Some things that have worked for me: I'm not a morning person. My work shift requires me to be a morning person, but my time is mostly when I get home. My morning time is on my morning commute to work. That helps me a lot with my worship music, with my prayer time. But as one of my sheroes or inspirational speakers that I listen to, Heather Lindsay, as she once stated, yeah, you might have your morning time on your commute to work in the morning, but what if God speaks to you and you can't write anything down, you're driving? And that really pierced me when I heard her say that. So yeah, that time, not trying to put anyone down, that's good, that's perfect, because for me it worked for a long time. But when I come home, I have to regroup. And we all fall short. We do. The enemy will come against you with tiredness, with being sleepy, with being uninspired. You don't want to be bothered. You had a long day at work. But those are all schemes and tactics from the enemy, believe it or not. So the best time for me personally, what works for me, is when I'm off work, I come home, eat dinner. Sometimes I forget to do that, and then I go into my quiet place and I have that time, that communion, that alone time with God, just to regroup, cast all my cares on Him, and just get in His word. When I tell you, when you do it, you feel so much better. The weights are lifted off of you, and it's a daily thing. You can't just do it once and expect it to last you the whole week. You have to, and it's a relationship, so you have to build that with Him. So I just wanted to come at you guys with that little nugget in this walk of purity, in this walk of Christianity, that you have to make time for God. We all have things that we do. We all have a busy schedule, but you have to make that time for God. He's the one that created you. So set aside that time. Ask for Him to create that desire in you to be able to set aside time to show that, hey, I love you. Hey, I'm making time for you because I want to hear from you. I want you to pour out into me. I don't want to be living this life without a guide, you know. I don't want to be just walking aimlessly with no direction. Stay focused. Trust God, read your word, get an understanding for yourself, take notes, and actually apply. Once you apply it, that's when you begin to see everything come into manifestation. That's when you begin to see all the fruits and all the labor of your work and all the promises that God has already promised you. So keep the faith, stay strong, be encouraged, and know that God loves you and know that He cares. It's your girl Kayla Iman with another episode of Bedtime Chronicles Before Boaz. I love you guys.